General, 95% of amounts made available under this section shall be available to the Secretary to award grants to state energy offices to establish homeowner managing energy savings, homes, rebate programs through the State Energy Program under Part B of Title III of the Energy Policy and Conservation Act, 42 U.S.C. 6291 et seq., in accordance with the formula for the State Energy Program in effect on January 1, 2021. B. Coordination. In carrying out this section, the Secretary shall coordinate with state energy offices to ensure that programs that receive awards are formulated to achieve maximum greenhouse gas emissions reductions and household energy and cost savings. C. Application. In order to receive a grant under this section, a state shall submit to the Secretary an application that includes a plan to implement a qualifying state program that includes I. A plan to ensure that each home energy efficiency retrofit under the program I. is completed by a contractor who meets minimum training requirements, certification requirements, and other requirements established by the Secretary. And 2. Includes installation of one or more home energy efficiency retrofit measures that are modeled to achieve, or are shown to achieve, the minimum reduction required in home energy use, or with respect to a portfolio of home energy efficiency retrofits, in aggregated home energy use for such portfolio. Two, a plan, I, to utilize, for purposes of modeled performance home rebates, modeling software, methods, and procedures for determining and documenting the reductions in home energy use resulting from the implementation of a home energy efficiency retrofit that is calibrated to historical energy usage for a home consistent with BPI 2400, that are approved by the Secretary, that can provide evidence for necessary improvements to a state program. And that can help to calibrate models for accuracy. 2. To utilize, for purposes of measured performance home rebates, open-source advanced measurement and verification software approved by the Secretary for determining and documenting the monthly and hourly, if available, weather normalized baseline energy use of a home, the reductions in monthly and hourly, if available, weather normalized energy use of a home resulting from the implementation of a home energy efficiency retrofit. An open-source advanced measurement and verification software approved by the Secretary. And 3. To value savings based on time, location, or greenhouse gas emissions. 3. Procedures for a homeowner to transfer the right to claim a rebate to the contractor performing the applicable home energy efficiency retrofit or to an aggregator, if the state program will utilize aggregators. Four, if the state program will utilize aggregators to facilitate delivery of rebates to homeowners or contractors, requirements for an entity to be eligible to serve as an aggregator. V. Quality monitoring to ensure that each installation that receives a rebate is documented in a certificate, provided by the contractor to the homeowner, that details the work, including information about the characteristics of equipment and materials installed, as well as projected energy savings or energy generation, in a way that will enable the homeowner to clearly communicate the value of the high-performing features funded by the rebate to buyers, real estate agents, appraisers and lenders. And 6. A procedure for providing the contractor performing a home energy efficiency retrofit or an aggregator who has the right to claim such rebate with $200 for each home located in an underserved community that receives a home efficiency retrofit for which a rebate is provided under the program. D. Amount of rebates for single-family and multi-family homes. Of the amounts provided to a state energy office under this section, 85% shall be used to provide homeowner managing energy savings, homes, rebates to I. Individuals and aggregators for the energy efficiency upgrades of single-family homes of not more than 4 units, I. $2,000 for a retrofit that achieves at least 20% modeled energy system savings or 50% of the project cost, whichever is lower. 2. For $1,000 for a retrofit that achieves at least 35% modeled energy system savings or 50% of the project cost, whichever is lower. Or 3. For measured energy savings, a payment per kilowatt-hour saved, or kilowatt-hour equivalent saved, equal to $2,000 for a 20% reduction of energy use for the average home in the state, for homes or portfolios of homes that achieve at least 15% energy savings, or 50% of the project cost, whichever is lower. 2. Multifamily building owners and aggregators for the energy efficiency upgrades of multifamily buildings. $2,000 per dwelling unit for a retrofit that achieves at least 20% modeled energy system savings up a maximum of $200,000 per multifamily building. 2. $4,000 per dwelling unit for a retrofit that achieves at least 35% modeled energy system savings up to a maximum of $400,000 per multifamily building. Or 3. For measured energy savings, a payment rate per kilowatt-hour saved, or kilowatt-hour equivalent saves, equal to $2,000 for a 20% reduction of energy use for the average multifamily building in the state, for multifamily buildings or portfolios of buildings that achieve at least 15% energy savings, or 50% of the project cost, whichever is lower. Or 3. Individuals and aggregators for the energy efficiency upgrades of single-family homes of 4 units or less or multi-family buildings that are occupied by residents with an annual income of less than 80% of the area median income as published by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. $4,000 for a retrofit that achieves at least 20% modeled energy system savings or 80% of the project cost, whichever is lower. $8,000 for a retrofit that achieves at least 35% modeled energy system savings or 80% of the project cost, whichever is lower. Or 3. For measured energy savings, a payment rate per kilowatt-hour saved, or kilowatt-hour equivalent saved, equal to $4,000 for a 20% reduction of energy use for the average multifamily building in the state, for multifamily buildings or portfolios of buildings that achieve at least 15% energy savings, or 80% of the project cost, whichever is lower. Requirement. Not less than 25% of the funds provided to a state energy office under this section shall be used for the purposes of each of clauses I, 2, and 3 of subparagraph D. F. Eligibility of certain appliances in calculating total energy savings for single-family or multi-family homes under this section. A program may include savings from the purchase of high-efficiency natural gas vac systems and water heaters certified under the Energy Star program until the date that is 6 years after the date of enactment of this Act. G. Planning, not to exceed 20% of any grant